My name is Urshil Parikh, and I'm the founder of TuVa Labs. And at TuVa Labs, we believe that there are three drivers within the education system that are making data literacy a really important part of the conversation for the next decade or 2 decades. And the first driver is that data permeates every aspect of our lives. What we eat, what we buy, what movies we watch, how we travel, every single aspect is permeated by data. The second driver is that the standards that are now being implemented within the education system. So the Common Core Math and English standards and the Next Generation Science standards have data as a huge emphasis. So for example, statistics and probability are now taught in grades 5 and 6, and in the workforce, every aspect of the workforce has data analysis as a really critical skill in the 21st century jobs. So the three drivers are allowing us to say, well, are our kids prepared for data literacy? And the answer to that is no. Our kids don't have the skills and the critical thinking and the problem-solving persistence to be able to deal with data. And that's exactly the work that we're doing. Our first mission is to enable students to analyze, visualize, and interpret data sets. Our second pillar is to be able to allow students to ask questions, make conjectures, create evidence-based arguments. That's one of the critical things of the Common Core and the new reforms that are being brought into education. And the third is, can students become active members of their communities and global citizens of the world? So what do we mean by that? I'll give you an example. We have teachers all over the country using our data literacy platform, and the example that you're going to see is this elementary school in Texas used our data to look at the energy consumption of Texas over the last 10 years. And the students realized that although the energy consumption is increasing, the rate of that increase is decreasing. And they turned that into a public service announcement about how Texans should consume less energy. Here's a high school in Brooklyn that looked at the average SAT scores of 32 other high school students in Brooklyn and learned about median, interquartile range, and outliers using the open data that we have. So what does it look like? Each one of these blocks is a data blog that students have worked on and published for others to review and others to be able to comment and give them critical feedback on. So you can check out a lot of the student work that's already being done on TuVaLabs.com. Here is the local, technically Brooklyn, picked up on the story about how students are hacking on average SAT scores around their friends and around their neighbors, and published a story about that. So this was a pretty cool kind of application of data analytics amongst kids. In terms of what we want to be able to do with the data literacy, there is, this is our vision. So data in 39 states and 35 cities across the country is being opened up. California, New York, Philadelphia has a huge open data initiative, and we're going to soon start working with data around Philadelphia, issues around Philadelphia, and making it available for teachers and students within this ecosystem. As for our team, it's myself, Jamin, and Ben. Ben's here in Philadelphia, Jamin's in New York, and myself. And we've put together a pretty solid advisory board of education executives who have been in the business for 20 years to guide us in building our company. Steve Smith, Michael, and Karen, all three of them have built and been in the education business, offering amazing products to teachers and educators around the country. We have Ellie and Karen, who have also are teachers in the classroom. So that's TuVa Labs. Check out the data literacy skills that students are learning on our platform. Thank you.